Hi. Combining AI agents with your existing process documentation can be a daunting task. That's why we've created external content connectors, which allows you to make use of content that's already existing in your file storage systems and combine them into your workflows. And what better example to do that using the flowchart Ken? In this example, we're using a fighting game example where we see the potential moves or potential processes that an opponent can do to you and how you can fight back. How did we do it? So in this case, we have here the existing SharePoint location where I've uploaded that flowchart. And what we'll do next is we'll go to external content connectors and connect to the document repository, in this case, the SharePoint Online. What I'll do is I'll do a quick crawl for me to get the new documents. If I go to the bottom part of this page, then I could see all of the statistics of the recent crawls that's been done to get all of the documents needed. Now that we have done that, what I'll do, just as a side note, is I'll then create a case creator. So we have the flowchart earlier that we've created. Now, what if we're able to then create an application that can create cases for us? In this case, I've created an app in Build Agents. Let me just move this here quickly. You can see the code there. I'm not going to give the full details of the correspondence here, but it creates the 16-bit fighter dashboard where I can provide the moves of an existing match. And based on the moves that I provide, it can give me then the next step based on the flowchart that I've provided. Now, imagine this approach being done to all of the business processes that you have. We've just created a bit of a fun take on this one using a fighting game. So how does that work? Let's go back to our correspondence then with the now assist agent. So in this case, I've said Ken started fighting. He's doing a jumping high kick, and then he does a sweep as a follow-up. What should he do next? Now, based on the flowchart, it would provide us some recommendations on what we should be doing. And let's just wait for a bit. Then it recommends doing a sure you can. Now, if that's the case, then let's then ask the next steps that it should be doing for us. Then it will ask me, then I can ask it now, can you then create a case to execute sure you can using the fight case creation tool? Now, again, in a real-time fight, you don't have the luxury of doing this. But in this case, let's just use that now based from the feedback from the document that we've created, then feed it into the application that we've just created using the build agent. And from here, if I hit refresh, then it would have 6 cases to execute the sure you can based from that flowchart. So as a recap in this fun use case, we've used several ServiceNow components. Number one, external content connectors, which allowed us to get flowchart data, whether that's from PowerPoint presentations, Word, or PDF, no matter how the text is oriented, it's able to provide us the advice that can be routed into Now Assist, which is the second component. Now Assist allowed us to get the information that's been collated or indexed from those external content connectors to give us an advice on the next steps given the scenario. And finally, we have used Build Agent to create a dashboard that puts it all together, providing us this dashboard that you can see here, and at the same time, the catalog item that we've used just now in our example. I hope you found this short demo insightful and entertaining. And as always, thanks for watching.